Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to continue the main story, as we are searching for a way to get in contact with Lady Iceheart, so we can hopefully parlay with the Travanians and try to bring an end to this war. I still feel like this is overly optimistic, but we have to at least try. If at the very least we can delay the attack, then at least Ishgard will be able to set up their defenses to defend the innocent. Alright, let's roll the minion roulette for today to get... wind up Firion. I have been told that Firion is the protagonist of a prior Final Fantasy. Thank you to the person who told me this. I have forgotten which one. I'm so sorry. I'm going to assume probably Final Fantasy 2 or 3 because I'm pretty sure Firion's not in 1. I know Firion is not in 4 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. I've played 9 or 10. So I'm assuming it's 2 or 3. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'm sorry, I haven't played that many Final Fantasies. I played 14, 15, 7 Remake, and 9. I need to get to more of them. I'll get to more of them eventually. Alright. Let's check in with everyone before we begin our next quest. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. Akh Afah is taken from the dragon's tongue. It means, roughly, eternal circle. 'Tis little wonder the heretics thought to return to the place. Alright, Alphino, you ready to go? Sounding out the amphitheater. Alphino seems intent on traveling to the Akh Afah Amphitheatre. The Akh Afah Amphitheatre, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbrita succeeded in recreating the Akh Afah beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant Aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgagne Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinium, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the Aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Alright, sounds good. Then we'll be able to use that to get in. Do you mean to follow the Heretic's trail, then? I will see that Sarah Redwald is informed. See that you do. We should be fine, but it'll be good to at least have people at Ishgard know what we're up to. Not the full details. We can let them think that we're just going after the Heretics. We don't need them to know that we're going to talk with the Heretics. Alright, how far do we need to go? Okay, good. That's exactly where I thought. I forget if I've talked about... I'm pretty sure I have talked about this a little bit, but we'll be in a good position to talk about it a little bit more. The connection between the Western and Central Highlands, specifically. Because it still weirds me out how odd the geography is post A Realm Reborn. Alright, but we need to track all the way down to Greytail Falls. Oh! I think I know exactly where we're meeting up with them. Alright, that's actually perfect. That gives me a pretty good idea of how everything's structured then. Because I know exactly what tunnel we're going to be meeting outside of. I've seen it a couple times. It's always really funny to me when I hop into a mount like the Magitech armor, and I have to wonder, what do the people we're passing by think? Oh god, there goes the Garleans. What are they doing here? Wait, no, that's the Warrior of Light on top of that. What's going on? Are people, like, widely aware that we stole one of their Magitech armor and named it Maggie? I hope so, because I don't want to be causing a panic unnecessarily. Not that there's that many people out here in the Western Highlands, but the point stands. I can ride this right into Falcon's Nest, and I could possibly cause up quite a stir. Okay, so we need to head down further to get to where they are at. Dropping would work. I would probably die. I could also very possibly not die. Depends on how high that is. You know what? Let's take kind of the intended route. Let's head back a little bit. Walk down the gradual slope. And this should put us almost at the level of the tunnel, right? That arrow still says down. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling about that. Okay, well, this is a safe drop. Screw it, we're going for it. And it looks like we have a solo duty. Wait, where is the tunnel? I know I've seen the tunnel around here. Is it back up a layer? Is that why I was getting myself confused? I know I've seen the tunnel around here. All right, well, whatever. Real quick before we head in, I do want to talk about the weird geography of this place. Hertha Central Highlands is right over here. Even though the map says it's down here, I am looking right now. Satora is looking directly at where Snowcloak roughly is. Right over about that way. I guess probably more fair to say about that way. There used to be a bridge right around here that would lead directly across, and the other end of the bridge was right here, where Snowcloak is now. There's a big chasm here. Okay, I suppose perhaps the bridge simply collapsed. No, the Snowcloak dungeon is the bridge. The bridge is still there, it's just covered in ice. But there's no bridge right here. Apparently the bridge is down there, I guess? It's the only thing I can imagine, and it's buried down in the snow. Did the bridge, like, fall, but stay partially? I guess we don't really see the intact bridge down there. Snowcloak is over the remnants of the bridge. The geography here is a little bit weird, and I would love for someone to explain to me exactly how it's supposed to be structured, because there's supposed to be a bridge here, and you can cross because crossing is the Snowcloak dungeon. It's weird. I don't know. It trips me up. Do you recall the first time you ventured into these tunnels in search of Lady Iceheart? It seems an age ago, does it not? Back then, I still believed myself the commander of the Crystal Braves. You were doing your best. It is not your fault you are, I'm pretty sure, 18 in Satora's story right now, and young and naive, and trying to do the best you can, but also an arrogant, entitled, privileged little shit who doesn't know the ways of the world, as well as you think you do. What ails our young lord? The moment we arrived at the wall, his face took on a ashen pallor. Does he fear facing the heretics within their own lair? No, Estinian, it's not that. It is something completely unrelated. Ah, the guests of House Fortam, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Akh Afah beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Indeed. But I think we are going to be just fine. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons, we come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with a dragon slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. I mean, can you blame them, to be honest? Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory. Honestly, can we blame them? We have the Azure Dragoon with us. You will not defile this sacred place a second time. No, wait, we did not come here to fight. Okay. Wait. No! No, that is not at all what I intended to do. I was trying to tab target over to Astidian so I could put a regen on him and give him the buff. Waste no more words on them. They are deaf to reason. Okay, maybe I should remove the G-pose button. That was embarrassing. But yeah, apparently you cannot tab target to allies. That is unfortunate. Astidian, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the Spire on you.
Your guard is down.
And let's start hitting him with gravity, I think. Hit him with a nice AoE. Alright, Alphino needs some heals. I guess it's not too important that I be able to tab target, since I did fix my targeting system. By the Fury, they partake of the blood of dragons! 7 hells, can dragon blood truly bring about such a transformation? It sure seems like it. Unless it's another glamour like we saw before, but... Anyways, I have my targeting fixed so I can D-pad target over to allies. You should not have come here, Ishgardians. So I guess it's, being able to tab target over is not the most important thing. It just would have been nice. Astidian is zooming around the arena. Okay, I got hit with blind. Let me fix that real quick. Alphino, you're hanging in there. You're doing fine. Alright, Astidian, take my physical buff. Let's use Divination for the party buff. And are you it? Just gotta take care of Louis Stowe? Oh, you're taking dragon's blood. Oh dear. You are fortunate indeed. Behold the true power of our faith. Oh dear. 12 for Fed! At last, a foe I might sink my lance into.
Know your folly.
Astidian, please try not to piss them off too much. I know we're kind of fighting them to the death right now, but the ultimate goal is parlay, so, knock them out, make them incapable of fighting, but don't kill them? Show them at least a little mercy. Okay, looks like we are about to be good. Oh, you have Wild Charge. Oh, that's funny. Haven't seen that since the Binding Coils. They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be some more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Astidian. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of a frozen lake of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, it is told that the Azure Dragoon of the Age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of isosims formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this Ashen Isle. Seems as good a place as any. Even if this wasn't a success, it was at least some information. Only in a land where war has raged for 1,000 years could enough ash fall to bury a dragon the size of an island. What? You've driven off the heretics? That should certainly ease the minds of our surveyors. Yeah, glad we could help with what was definitely our mission. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the Convictors have set up camp in twin pools. Their leader, Gentilo, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. Reasonable. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these Convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Alright, then that's our next destination, the Convictors camp. As we're heading up, I do want to actually search around here, because I know there is a tunnel around here. And I'm pretty sure it's the one we went into, but it's not down on that level, that's for sure. No, or not down on this level, that's for sure. So I want to see if I can spot it real quick before we head off. I want to say it's like right around here, maybe? Or possibly down here. We'll start here since it's an upper level and we can drop down. It's really bothering me. It's one of those things that's just really bothering me and I want to find it. I need to get my lay of the land. I need to understand how everything's connected. We'll head to the Convictors camp afterwards, and looks like it's not too far to the west. We're passing by camp. We've been to Camp Riversmeet already, so we won't be heading that far out of our way. Though I do think I'm gonna go ahead and meet you up at my pen, so we don't have to see the entire trek. Oh, I think I see it. Or at the very least, I see a camp, and I remember there being a camp right next to it. Yeah, I think this is it right up here. So, up one level from the falls. Right over here we've got a camp, and we have what I'm pretty sure are the tunnels. Though they're also fairly well constructed, or at least the gate is. But also, it's kind of hidden out of the way, so I can easily see it being hidden from Ishgardians, if that is indeed the tunnel entrance. I want to say it is. It makes sense, judging from the location, right next to where the entrance to Snowcloak allegedly is. It lines up. Alright, now I'll meet you back over at Camp Riversmeet. Alright, we are passing through Camp Riversmeet, nowhere we haven't been before. The old rundown camp that's been abandoned with the broken aetherites. Oh, come on. Really? You're not going to let me drop down there? That's impolite. And the camp of the Convictors shouldn't be too much further to the west. Though, as we're heading over, might as well... Yeah, that's what I thought. 372 yalms to the west, we've got another ether current. So that's going to be pretty close by. Okay. We got a big wall in the way, so we're going to have to go around. Looks like this is a good path to take. And we got a new location. Nice new chunk of map for us. Okay, and we've got a chocobo keep here too. Excellent. Hello there. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Alright. Nope, I'm good, but thank you. Good to have you on my list. And there's the ether currents. Let's go grab that, then we can check in with our party and be done. There we go. How are we doing on that? I think there's just one ether current left on ground? Yes, one left on foot. Alright, where is our party, actually? Justinian? Elfino? Where are they? I'm not going to worry about it. They're probably just catching up. Well, well, what do we have here? Hope you're enjoying the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance! The Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp! Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentleoak, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? We are actually looking to track down the heretics in the area, and we were wondering what you knew. Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Sostora, Istinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Sounds good. And looks like we got our mount speed increase for the Kurthus Western Highlands. Very nice. And a whole bunch of quests in the area. Alright then, next time on Final Fantasy XIV we're going to be starting up the Monk Heavensward quests, and then after that we'll be returning to the main story to ask around the camp of the Convictors and see what information they may have learned. I will see everyone next time for that.